Sleeping off
May I have a
Valium
pencil,
for Dream
please?
Machine. Ooh. Meeting up at Vino's. It's Pop-Tart week.
Really, the crucial information recorded.
Robot Butler helps me out of machine, and I go and meet the guys.
Pencils.
Thank you.
I've just realised that we're almost through 2021 already. Yeah, I'm not ready for that.
Date 2021.
I think I took one to start.
4 more months.
It's almost my birthday.
I don't know what I'm going to get you for your birthday this year.
A hug. I'll be happy with a hug.
You get hugs as standard.
Super extra hug? I don't know.
Fatal
Thomas
hug.
once asked Sammy for a hug for Christmas. He's like, don't want any presents, I just want a hug from Uncle Sammy because he doesn't hug.
Did you get it?
Yeah, he did.
Is it everything you hoped it would be?
So,
Obvious.
So, what's the first card? I was just waiting for the recap.
I wrote it, so I can recap if you want.
What house are you, Thomas?
I
what-
did it too.
No, not
You
house. Hearts. Notions or mysteries or...
mysteries, mirrors. And that's fallen down to cats, although I think you tried to write rats.
Yeah, I think he's the same as me.
That has rubbed off to cats who explode when they go near me.
Yeah.
Okay, so it started off with a major hangover and everything fried. That's all I've got written here. I've put bed to house undercover for the day. Stowbold go into MI it down the tunnel as knows train times, but of far time pocket dimension to attraction. That makes sense.
Do you want me to take over?
Yeah.
So, we decided that we were going to take the flying bed to the address that we were given for the place in the archipelago. We flew the bed through a train tunnel to the abstraction. It was, and I quote, the Nian vomit comet.
Yeah, vomit comet. That's what
But the bed got stuck above a sundial, and we're not entirely sure why.
smacked into a wall.
Beach ball,
Held
Sauron-style anglerfish attacked us. We shot them and destroyed them. I shot a couple, Stowbolt shot a couple, Hawk yeets a dagger and gets the fourth. And then Astraeus, that we don't know is Astraeus, but is Astraeus, yeeted the fifth. We look down at Astraeus, do not recognise him. He recognises us. Astraeus yells really odd stuff to us. Session ends with, "Hello, Roland." I shall
Roland
be
tries
sending
to
you
be
my therapy bill.
diplomatic. Astraeus is very cryptic. So I ended that.
So the first card of the session for a couple of months is the Questing Knight, which is the 5 of visions, meaning justice, journey, determination and achieving goals. It's a stalwart and focused individual seeking justice, but over the long term the quest is long and hard. Success, however, comes to the persistent and the determined. Yes, so you are faced with two things, one of which is this person down on the floor that seems to say that he knows you, and the other one of which is a voice, most distinctly not 19's voice. Is it most distinctly a voice I recognise? I would actually like to call for a roll. Okay. For that one. And if you could
do a difficulty
So
7.
it's not like a very unusual greeting for somebody to say, "Hello, Roland."
In the context of
I
this,
know. I know, but like people could just come up and say hello to you.
we're on a magic bed 50 feet in the air.
Shh, details.
Difficulty 7.
Difficulty 7, intellect based, or if you've got anything that you could do with memory.
Cool object from metaphor, learn from tales. Cool object from story. Weaving the tale. No, not really. So it's just the dice, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm going to use one of my points of.
So that pops it down to a 6.
Here we go. No.
No, it's... There's something vaguely familiar, but you can't quite put your...
I've already.
It's a
Pleasant,
very...
familiar,
it's a
or
very...
fearful, familiar.
It's a very rich, very warm man's voice. If I'm gonna take
Is it Barry White?
anybody... No, it's Morgan Freeman.
Okay. I kind of glance around at everybody else on the bed. Have they heard this voice as well?
Nope.
I'm not going to start talking to myself at the moment, so I'm going to say nothing. Inwardly, a little bit of wee.
May have yeeted a dagger at some blowfish thing, but I'm still slightly hungry, so I'm snuggling under this bed.
Okay.
And you are still faced with the stranger at the on this
Yeah.
sundial.
Hawk is like just hanging over the side of the bed going, "Do we know you?" Accent person. What are you called? What's your name?
Do I introduce myself as myself? Or...
Okay.
It's up to you.
I am okay. I am the full circle of that okay.
What's your name? That doesn't make any sense to me.
What would you like to call me?
Well, you say we know you from somewhere before, or you seem very familiar. What did we call you before?
I can't remember. I was drunk. So are you. You probably called me from
Definitely
there.
knows you then.
Yeah, you definitely know me then.
Checks out.
I'm gonna roll over, back on the bed and like, nope. He says he's okay. I don't know anyone called okay.
I'm pretty sure that's what a bad book. Definitely not a murderer. Definitely not.
No. I'm not drunk. Shush.
Although I'm still kind of giving the target the kind of 1,000-yard stare, you guys notice that Roland's kind of gone a little bit kind of pale, and the creases in his forehead have somehow enfurrowed even further.
I'd like to see if I could use this testament ability that says I can see or perceive from a new vantage. And I don't know if that means like physically see or the situation.
I've also got a practice weave of illuminate mysteries, if that helps.
Okay. Usually that is just kind of casting your physical sight to somewhere else.
Oh, okay.
I will let you take a difficulty 9 sorcery based action,
Okay.
and you will need 2 successes.
What could go wrong?
I'm drunk.
Still drunk? I don't think you're that drunk.
Still drunk.
So it's a point of sortilege to get your extra dice.
No,
that
I've
before.
got the throw pot here.
Filter.
Throw pot.
I'm going to chuck a...
Unnecessary cube bay.
So that drops it down to an 8. You could throw hidden knowledge if you have any hidden knowledge.
Yeah, got a hidden knowledge. Got 5 of them. So I can use one
Can
of
I
them.
encourage her with my hip flask of encouragement?
Yep.
Are we doing it?
You just do it.
You
That
are
brings it down to a 7, and the hidden knowledge brings it down to a 6.
Okay.
So a pair of 6s.
Don't fail me now. 6 and 7.
Yay!
Whoop whoop.
That was it.
So what were you doing?
Okay, so he's going on about I'm the okay, I'm the whole circle thing.
Mhm.
And I'm like, well, we obviously know you. You know me from somewhere. Just kind of figure out that from a different.
So you're looking at it from his point of view.
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. You get the sensation that there is an intense. Actually, no, Thomas, Astraeus. How, if you describe in as clear English as you can do, how you are feeling about this meeting up with your friends again after so long. So Kelly can.
The maths is worrying about where you'd get teleported and where to keep all of you safe at once from the group travels of what we used to do. So you may get the kind of iconic coordinates of everywhere where I used to teleport us.
It was the
For fun,
teleportation
so-
is enough to figure out who this could be.
There is also a wonderful moment of, and this is going to be very, very strange because you kind of get the experience of casting a spell by weaving rather than rote formula, and it's such a
I've not felt that before.
yeah. It's like I don't know if body dysmorphia is the best way to describe it.
Yeah.
But you've got that sort of thing that it feels.
Probably.
Yeah, because you're used to casting spells in a certain specific way, and then obviously Astraeus cast it a different way. But you get the memory of when it went of all of these weaves for teleporting, and you know that whole smell of was it Olbasol or Mentha? That smell of Olbasol and the green grid lines. But then there's the one where it went insensately wrong.
Yeah.
Was that when it became a nugget?
No, not when he became a nugget, but when he just kind of caused the devastation going out the back of that one pub.
So, at that point...
And that part felt like Nyan Cats go from normal eyes to the massive rainbow eyes.
Okay, I get that. So she rolls back over and hangs herself over the bed. Do you remember the name Astraeus?
Yes.
It's Astraeus, guys.
Does that mean anything to me?
And I believe if both of you two can make some sorcery-based actions, we want difficulty 8 and 2 successes.
So sortilege
So it's
for
a
a
sortilege
dice.
for the second dice.
Okay.
So I've dropped that down to 7. I don't have any skills that can
Can I give you...
storytelling.
Leave a special skill. These the ones that I was saying about earlier.
You got
the
any sort of
practice weeks?
sorcery you can use?
I've used
I've got enough to
some
do this,
sorcery.
so-
You can spend a point of sorcery to bring it downwards by 1, down to a 7.
I can add 3 to any action from the same pool. It's
Yep,
once
so
per level.
you can spend an extra 2 to bring it down by another 2. So that brings it down to a 5.
That's a 5 and a 0, but the 0 is not on the magic die. I'm expecting to
1.
start shooting at the weirdo
Got a 9
down below.
and a 2.
Okay.
You can call me Eros.
The best way that I can describe it for Stobold is that your Borno vision kind of pings in and says, not a threat.
Your IFF has tagged him green.
Yeah.
More than not a friend, or
Potential asset.
okay, potential ally.
And the best I think that Roland is going to get is that. Now, please forgive me if I get the law wrong, but you can feel that the threads of fate are woven through him,
Mm-hmm.
but you can't tell if they're woven directly to yours.
Cool.
If they were, they'd make an awesome guitar.
Made sense in my head at the time.
Were you going for a kind of wild stallion?
Yeah, very much. That's where I was going.
But you got
failed miserably.
Beaker.
Yeah.
Stepping forward through the smoke machine with tons of reverb and delay to hit a massive solo.
I'd watch it.
Beaker would come out and it would be stair lift to heaven, wouldn't it? Against Roland's better judgment, he's going to uncock the hammer on the pistol. On the pistol, Thomas. I remember what happened last time. It's part of the pistol, yes? Uncock the hammer, unlower the pistol. Still looking very pensive. Crag face intensifies further.
Ooh.
Like, imagine if Clint Eastwood had sucked a super lemon.
Ooh.
Super lemon.
What, you mean Scott Eastwood?
No, that's it. My most recent metamorphosis is I'm Scott Eastwood, but with each passing moment, I'm turning into my dad. X-wings could fly down the craters in my forehead at the moment.
Ooh.
We're required to move
no
us straight out of
filler.
this trench.
Not enough filler and not enough Botox would ever help someone.
Excuse me. Yeah, I'm okay.
That'd be bad if you weren't. So yes. You don't remember him?
Does she?
Everything, and you get one of those kind of TV series,
That
lots
one.
of
Yeah, Rolodex moments.
clip show Rolodex moment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And it just ends with, played by Thomas Kingston.
Nanny.
That ended up being the Blockbusters theme, but it started out as something else. But I can't think of what it was.
The 18.
Yeah, you were kind of 18 blockbusters.
No, it was Magnum. Sorry.
Zero
He's kept in
sorrow,
a
keep
long
going.
weeks of this.
I really want to watch Magnum.
P.I. He was like a Patriot.
So
You
you've
know.
just seen that and felt that happen.
Yeah.
So is she aware that she didn't know him for a while?
It was like
can't
slotting a piece of pizza back into the. You know when people do that trick where they take the chocolate bar and they cut it and then they cut it the other way and it kind of put it all together and it still looks like a chocolate bar, but
You know when you get quality streets and you eat them, then you wrap them back up without the quality street inside it,
use the
and then you go
wrappers.
into when you go in to grab it. That's like getting the memory.
no, it's
just
like,
not
it's like
quite-
slotting the after eights back into the wrappers in the box.
The thing is because my memory's gone through a lot of crazy stuff like that. I don't question this because it
But you
could
still
just
witness it, so you are possibly aware that we are missing the after eight.
yeah, and that's it. It's because it's like in my head it's another miss. You're right there.
We are
I
missing
challenge
the
you to
after
remember
eight.
what this means.
I've given up, Ryan.
The after eight of mystical memory.
Yeah, because I've had so much missed out of my mind. To me, I don't know. I know that we know him.
Yeah.
And that he was part of our social circle. But because so much of my memories have been taken away, it just
He's
seemed...
part of our dragonfly people.
Yeah. He was part of our original quartet. Am I right in thinking that's the right word?
That is the right word.
Yes.
You could lower your guns around him. Roll them.
Did anybody else hear that?
No.
I just hear him.
What did you hear?
I heard Morgan Freeman telling me that I could lower my guns.
Sounds
In a
quite
voice that only
nice,
you
really.
can hear, I'm a little concerned.
You're concerned.
What comes up to you just like... No, it feels okay.
Like you can tell I'm possessed because of my temperature.
You kind of do that with your hand and your fingers just kind of like fit into the furrows.
Yeah. No, we're not. My hand's not disappeared yet. You're okay.
Could I
Next, it's like
could I help you with subtlety and sight?
Desiccated forehead.
What was that?
Could I help you with subtlety and sight so you can see Morgan Freeman's words? So you can see where they're coming from, so you can see the words where it's coming from, and they'll kind of just pop out there.
The drunk lady says that she knows you, but I don't remember you from Adam. You're just lucky I'm not shooting you right now. I kind of address the voice. Who are you?
Are you saying that out loud?
Yeah.
Or
No, I'm singing it. Who are you? Who? I really want to know.
Yeah, he really does.
Wait a minute. Who are you?
it is surprising that you've forgotten my voice already.
Oh, I've forgotten the face of my father. Have I forgotten the voice of my father? Okay, so I'm gonna say in a very kind of like hoarse voice that's sorry, and thus the moment was ruined. Couldn't help it. I was going for gravitas and acting, but no, Mr. Ed. Oh, gee, Wilbur. No, in a hoarse voice that's kind of like cracking quite a bit, as much as my forehead. I'm telling the rest of the party.
In a minute, all those lines are going to meet in the middle, and you're just going to divide.
You're gonna look like Ross Kemp.
I am like a Kemp fold. Kemp folds are the best thing in the world. I haven't seen a Kemp fold for a while. No, I'm going to let the rest of the party know that the voice that I can hear is my father, and I do not know what to do about that information right now.
The tyrannical clock.
Tyrannical PP.
Something sends the hairs on the back of Snowball's head. Just the hairs on the back of your neck, even. Just there is threats coming.
Okay. Guys, I don't know if this is related, but I think it's not, that there's something coming now and we need to be prepared.
Can we get this bed moving?
I reckon we get him to come aboard.
How do we get him from down there to up here?
He could teleport. Can you still teleport?
Haha, I am the magic man. Does a pirouette and inwardly teleports as I pirouette to sitting down cross-legged on the bed facing my back to all of you.
Is this season's Astraeus being played by Tingle,
Who's Tingle?
the most annoying character from Zelda?
Slash.
It is, isn't it?
A little bit.
No.
On principle, I'm unloading all 7 barrels of both pistols into the back of Tingle's head and kicking his carcass off.
Don't unload you. Please don't unload into Tingle.
Oh, that's very badly.
Now he's on the bed.
Yep.
Are we able to kickstart it again?
No.
No, because we just kind of like smacked it into a.
Into something that was holding it physically in place.
We can't reverse.
It's almost as if
Look
it
at
was a
cards.
magical. Is it a magical thing that
Yeah.
we're kind of stuck in?
Is it a barrier or a grasp?
This is Tingle.
It's like.
I think you described it last time as though we'd run into a intangible spider's web.
Okay,
Oh.
so sticky.
Can you see what we're
What?
stuck on?
Spider's web's so sticky!
Could he see what he's stuck? We're stuck on. Having remembered what he was like
Hang on,
previously.
they're on spider webs.
Mhm.
Spiders are my friends.
Yep.
Can I just write, hello friends, I have arrived to pick you up. This is my job now. I give spiders lifts.
You're the spider bed Uber. Spider Badoober.
Well, how else are they going to crawl inside your mouth while you sleep then?
That's a myth. Spiders don't crawl into your mouth when you're asleep. They do just rub their little spider willies on your face.
Yeah, their legs though, they can't.
Awesome house, I'm going to get eggs for breakfast. No, I don't want to eat spider eggs. I cried when I killed a load of spider eggs. It made me very upset at work.
Yes, you can relatively simply throw a weave to free the bed. It's
Surely it's an unweave.
be 4 sorcery to teleport up there,
Awesome.
and then 5 to unweave whatever's holding it in place. And I
Sorted.
would like you to. It's not going to be a difficult one, but I just want you to roll me a red dice, please.
And a zero.
Oh!
Where's the X card? No, no, no,
Wait,
no,
do
no,
you mind if I
no.
Oh,
spend-
crikey!
Do you mind if I spend one movement to just take
Jump off the bed.
to take a step off the bed and drop? So as my weight goes down, the bed
I did.
goes up,
I did totally
We
forget.
did these.
and hopefully all of those spiders are
I was.
okay. To my spidery friends, thank you.
I did totally forget.
To my suicidal spidery friends, crawl into my mouth and into my belly.
I will devour you.
Okay, so that was just the 1-0 that you got, wasn't it?
Yes, because you only rolled the one dice.
Things you never want to hear the DM saying. It's right up there with the "Are you sure?"
Yeah.
And what do you think it will work?
You don't see any traps in the room. It looks clear. Thought you said it was clear. I said it looked clear. How does it look now? Looks
Not
clear.
clear.
Not clear.
I don't know. So, a level 1. So the spell, so you unweave the webs that are holding the bed in place. What aggregates are you using for that?
Escape trap, freedom and the spider escape entrapment.
Okay, what is Astraeus wearing at the moment?
Clothes.
Yeah, what clothes?
Are they flammable?
Highly flammable clothing.
Okay.
I'm wearing
Polyester, that means definitely wearing polyester.
polyester pyjamas.
What are you wearing?
I'm wearing a suit.
Okay. Oh, is it one of your suit onesies?
No,
No,
onesies.
it's an actual suit.
Probably.
So trousers, smart shoes, Oxfords, not brogues.
Wait, no. I've still got awesome boots though.
Okay.
You don't put smart shoes with a suit.
You absolutely
better
bloody
than
do.
Yeah, you put
Yeah, but
good
have
boots.
you met Astraeus?
So it's boots, nicely pressed trousers. What colour is the suit?
Kind of a really deep. It's all of the colours, but it kind of looks grey. You know, like the static on a TV you get on the old TVs. It's that static. It's the colour of the static on that
You
TV.
wear a
So
waistcoat?
many colours.
No. So just like a shirt, tie.
No.
No. Just open shirt,
Open shirt,
jacket,
jacket,
Big
trousers,
boots.
and big boots.
big boots.
Okay, fantastic. There is a most unpleasant sensation inside your trousers, and then your underwear, whatever you were wearing, turns into a bird and flies out.
Right, I'm going to take one action, and then I'm going to take another one action. I'm going to bring you to court. One action to recover my sorcery.
Yep.
And
Where there were 5 of these beach ball things beforehand,
Yeah.
there are now 5 groups of 5 of these beach ball things.
There
Can
are
we
many.
move now?
Yeah.
We can move. Let's go.
Let's fly.
Let's go.
Let's floor it, or
Yes.
however one.
Who was
Floor.
piloting?
Sky it, me.
My goodness. The swan.
Where's the signal?
So my question is a bird in the pants worth 2 in the bush?
It may already be in the bush.
could I use my testament laser?
See, that first word ended differently than I thought it was going to.
Testament laser.
Something else starts with test that lives in your pants.
Land sharks. Laser beams.
I want a land shark.
Or land shark.
Oh, right, what have we drawn now?
The
Bright
swan.
for her with the lights on.
Hmm?
Probably a bit bright for her with the lights on. Yeah, she's doing well. Although I think she was fed a bit too much while we were away. We left her too much food, and then when Thomas said, I don't think I clearly explained too much. So when I played with her, I was like, "You are a chunky lady now." We're
Did
gonna
I
put you
put
on a bit of a. Yeah,
Too much food.
that's okay. She's alright.
I'm
We're
sorry,
on a
the
diet now.
food and water didn't go down that much.
No, exactly. No, it's fine. It's fine. It's really fine. She's okay. But I'm putting her on a diet now. So. She just doesn't seem to drink at all. She's been with us months now. So
The swan. Good weather and latent talents. Elegant and serene, the swan is the companion god of the Visions family, a harbinger of luck, and in particular is said to bring calm, favourable weather with it wherever it goes.
whoop. Whoop whoop.
So let's make it
Happy
like a
sailing.
tree
Let's go.
and get the flock out of here.
Yes.
Who was piloting? Yourself. Fantastic.
So I knew
PC.
Brian.
Brian.
Right.
Your family, Brian.
What will we
You
sing
Are you
today?
going to finish that up, Brian?
Because family, Brian.
Where's Brian in a minute? Where's Brian?
Stewie Griffin
It today.
as Dominic. No, he's going to be in Fast 10. Stewie Griffin is the other lost Toretto brother.
I'm just living my life 1/4 mile at a time.
Who were we saying about today? About Cornish. On the drive back on Friday, I think it might have been.
What, Cornish Vin Diesel?
Yeah. What were we saying? We were saying
Van
something about it.
LPG.
We were talking about something, but I can't remember it. Okay, all it went.
Okay.
Apparently work has begun on the sequel to The Last Witch Hunter.
So it wasn't the last witch hunter, it was the penultimate witch hunter.
Yeah,
No.
well, also penultimate.
Unless there's another
Like
one.
the
And then
penultimate
it's the
frontier.
pre-penultimate.
They keep on ballsing up the Final Fantasy series as well, don't they? Keep on making new ones.
That's what I meant. Anyway,
Well, I think they call it Final Fantasy because Square was going under, and they thought that was going to be the last thing that they did. And we saved the company. Oh.
right.
Okay, you kind of re-engaged the sort of threads of magic, holding onto this bed,
Just as to something turbines to speed.
My words.
and it kind of lurches off. Feels a little bit different to the last time you were doing it. The previous time when you were kind of controlling the magic, it felt like you were. You ever heard the phrase that all you can do when you've got a tiger by the balls is squeeze?
No.
I have.
Yeah. This feels a bit more like you've got a definite control
Okay.
over it. It still feels like you're flying a four-poster brass bed, but the fact that, and you reckon after a short distance, you reckon it's because you've got the fourth passenger.
Okay. Well, it's more balanced kind of thing.
Yeah.
It was a lean mixture, but now it's running well.
Okay.
Cool.
These floating beach ball things, however, are keeping
Yes.
pace.
They're like the ones in Wind Waker. Do you know the ones in Wind Waker?
I do.
That's what I imagine for these floating beach balls.
I knew you were going to start doing that. Well, it worked really well last time, so I'm going to pull out the pistols and start shooting them.
Fantastic.
Ran out of daggers. So quickly yeeted it into the other one.
Could I
can make more
complicate this
daggers. I
with
like
the spirit of destruction at the end? So when Dave shoots
improvise.
bullets,
So, yeah,
We'll put that in my pocket.
death at each hand, use my ranged skill, and I'll spend some sortilege as well. Well, not sortilege, spend some accuracy. So,
So, in case you didn't see, that's what they were.
yeah,
oh, okay,
that's
they're
what.
like less impressive.
Oh, she's in the tunnel.
Yeah.
So, what do I need to? What do I need to beat?
5.
So grasps.
Okay, well, there's 3 there and 1 there, so I basically just need to not roll a 1.
Yeah.
2. Hey.
Fantastic. Don't forget you add the level of the gun.
Oh
So
yeah,
your attack
what level
roll.
is my gun?
Is it level 4?
I am not sure.
Might be.
Might be under here. Level 4.
Level 4.
So I didn't really need to roll, but there we go.
So that's death at each hand. That's both.
Uh,
That's one shot with each.
one shot with each at 2 separate things.
2 separate things. Okay, they bounce off.
Barely feel her before the other day, and now I'm like, oh, yes, that's so quick.
Okay,
Who are you passing the action to?
I'm going to pass the action to Stowbold. You might not have noticed because you're too busy flying, but these things are bulletproof, which is very unusual for anything that I shoot.
But you shot them last time.
Yes, I did, and they exploded nice and easily. These are not exploding.
Oh, shit. So throwing daggers is not going to be more helpful, probably.
Might be getting those magical daggers. In the meantime, can I make some magical daggers?
Can you? Can you get this bucket going any faster?
Can I get this bucket going any faster?
Give it a go.
What do I do?
Roll, well, at least 2 dice. Some sort of piloting-based action. Movement.
I don't
Are
find
you
it
using that
actions.
heart dice?
Yeah?
Oh, you are
Yeah.
boiling.
Is that right?
That's cool.
Fine.
That's cool. No, that's cool. It's just a question.
Don't want too hot.
Yeah, you are too hot. You are actually really, really
7
hot.
and 3.
7 and 3. Okay, you've pulled up as much speed as you can do. The only way that you think
Get rid
you
of weight.
might be able to get more speed out of it is to take it higher.
Okay. Yeah? Is it like duvets and pillows we can throw?
Can we aerodynamic this by, you know, making a pillow fort at the back?
So are you gonna start
Climbing.
climbing?
Mhm.
Who are you gonna pass the action on to?
Hook.
Hawk, what are you doing?
I'm making some daggers, magical daggers.
Okay.
I've got some iron, and I'm figuring.
I think I can get us out of this one, providing we survive long enough.
Iron is my base.
Yep.
I will cover in honey to make them smooth. That makes sense in my head. And then I will put a tiny dash of water from the abstraction in the mix. Just a tiny, tiny, tiny drop. And try and make 6 daggers.
Fantastic. If you roll, you're going to want at least. What level daggers are you trying to?
They're not too level 1 or 2.
Level-
That's a low. But
Level 2s. Fantastic. So you want a pair of 6s.
okay, so sorted for the extra. And a sorcery.
Yep, brings it down to 5s. Actually, no, sorry, you'll need to spend 2 sorcery for the making anyway.
That's good.
This is not quite how the
Okay.
making actually works, but
Encourage you.
you're flying.
Huh?
You're flying.
Yeah, but isn't just my presence encouragement enough?
It's a bit more an active action.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so we're on 5.
Yep.
9 and 2.
Okay, so you get 2 of them.
That's cool.
And who are you passing it to? What are you doing?
Is there anything that'd be useful to do?
Stop the flying rituals.
What's the Carl Weathers line? Come on, baby, do the magic hand thing.
Just hanging out in the tunnel.
Have you seen that they've hired the guy that did the deep fake to fix the Luke Skywalker for the next season of The Mandalorian?
No.
So, you know, at the end of season 2, they've got like a CGI Luke, and it got a bit of criticism for not being the best kind of like de-aging thing ever. Some guy on YouTube fixed it using like deepfake sort of stuff,
Okay.
and the guys at the production of The Mandalorian were so impressed they've just gone, "You're working for us now."
That's awesome.
And
That's what happens to most hackers.
I'm
They get hired by governments to
really
be
hoping,
really good at it.
really hoping that it is Sebastian Stan playing Luke in the next season.
Stone spirit.
What are you doing
I'm weaving stone and spirit
to do?
to.
Make scotch on the rocks.
Okay.
Do your thing. I was being facetious.
Or I could teleport scotch batter over these beach balls, and now being served at the Rose, scotched flying monster.
Are you trying to kind of in-flight tempora them? You were going to...
I was going to make it so that they were like kicking a football full of cement outside of a pub, but actually scotching them instead might make them of value to us afterwards.
It could be, although I've now got the phrase temporal tempora in my head and we need to do something with that.
Temporal teleport!
Yeah, that's his magic phrase.
Would that work? Could I scotch them?
So you're trying to just do damage by covering them
Batter.
in meat and batter. Aye, flying beach ball monsters is fun, but you know what that needs? Meat and batter.
It's
Needs
52
more
pence.
cowbell.
48 pence a meat, 2 pence a batter.
Might actually use cowbell again. It was great. It's good.
You care about everything. You care about.
Okay, what level are you waving it at?
What's the max level I could give it?
If you can... So to do levels 1 to 6, you need 2
Could I do
aggregates.
this? Could I do this and
Seven.
integrate my laser?
7 to 11, you need to use 3 aggregates. And you're not high enough a rank to go above level 11.
Well, I could also weave
So with the...
destruction with it.
Yep. Yep. So what are you... So is it like a teleporting batter onto them?
Was the first idea to be teleporting cement onto them?
Is to change their spirit to stone,
Just to slow them down.
because I think that would be more dangerous, like overfeeding a seagull.
I feel that might work better than teleporting batter on them.
Yeah. Save the batter for another thing.
I'm sure we all have things that we wish to cover in batter.
Yeah. Like hamsters. Ah!
So you're not bite size anymore, are you?
You are not.
You are snack size, however. You heard that. You can tell that I'm a super predator. Nom,
She
nom,
is
nom, nom,
not
nom,
as
nom,
well.
nom,
The
nom.
thing is, she would have grown anyway when she was a baby,
Yes, you are
but she
quite
is a
super.
little
Sorry?
chubby.
Yes, you are quite super.
She's doing her exercise now. She's running off.
They're-
Did
they're-
she do the whole?
They're saying that I'm dummy thick. Gonna work it off. What?
I'm sorry, but I'm dummy thick and they're clapping my cheek pouches.
You guys had birthday cake? Baby's just got cake.
What level?
Level 8.
Level 8. So it's going to be 2 red dice on top of your standard.
Awesome.
And Charlie's got the other red one.
Is that, are they all 4s? 4 for 4? 12?
Yeah.
4.
3 4s. You don't add them up, but 3 4s is cool. So, sorry, were you doing this to just one of them, or because don't forget there are 5 groups of 5 of these?
Could I do it like webs? Stone webs?
Conk, conk, conk.
The spell that you've put together to just do damage, yeah,
Was to try and turn their spirit into stone. So
yeah.
Slow them down.
Yeah. So one of the groups just stops and falls straight down onto the floor.
That's awesome. Success.
success. Thank you.
Goodness, the Messiah.
Alright, I am the Messiah. Now fuck off.
And so,
What have we got now?
green, indigo. Okay. Can all of you please make a difficulty 5, 6, 7, 8. Difficulty 8.
Withstand.
No, withstand's physical. Withstand and resist.
Yeah.
Withstand is physical and resist. So we'll make a difficulty 8 resist defense, please. And you will need 2 successes.
Oh, great.
What one getting?
Swappage. I've got 2 resists, so that drops it to a 6.
Yep.
So this is
And this will be.
kind of a mental sort
It's a
of thing.
mental one, yeah.
I'll spend intellect, so that drops it to a 5.
Yeah, I'll do it.
A 9 and an 8.
I can spend it
One
to
seven.
roll again.
We can spend it afterwards.
I've done 8 and a 2.
Got 1, 7, and 1, 2.
Okay. So all of you who failed will be taking -1 to all actions. -1 to all actions. -1 to all actions.
Gee, thanks.
What causes
There
the
is
wounds?
a wave. These things open their mouths a little bit more, and a beam of brilliant black, red-lined energy from each of their mouths kind of lashes out, and the one group of 4 shoots and hits at Roland, and it just kind of withers and slides off. But where it latches onto the rest of you, it's a feeling of just kind of lethargy.
Which card have we just drawn?
The Messiah, which is the Defender of Visions.
We've had a lot of visions today.
Yeah, and none of you are visions, because
No.
the Defender would be +2 to all of your actions.
Yeah. Right. Is it back around to me?
It's whoever wants to go first.
I have a plan. So, Roland puts his pistols away and pulls his Stephen King reading glasses off. Roland is going to call object from metaphor. These things are kind of fish.
Mm-hmm.
There's always a bigger fish. And
for it.
I'm going to call a kind of spectral kind of shark kind of thing that's just going to come along and go, "Humph." Right, so what do I need to roll?
Reggie Shark do a backflip.
He don't want to harm ya. He just wants your ganja. Reggae shark.
Are you trying to get all of these
Yeah.
things? Okay. So they are about yay big.
Yeah.
And each group is taking up about the space of this room.
Yeah.
And you want to get all 4 of the groups which are remaining.
Yeah, I'm basically summoning the windfish. And it's just going to come fly along and humph.
Like a shark version of the face in the sandstorm that Imhotep does in the Mummy.
Yeah.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
That sort of thing.
You can get a Funko of the girl from the Mummy. saw her in game today. I'm like, tempted.
Right.
Okay, so this is going to be a base of 13.
Okay. I don't think I can make 13.
Don't forget, this is a it's a forte ability. So it's going to cost you a certain amount anyway.
Yep.
But you can spend up to 10 sorcery, and any extra will either increase the effect or bring down the difficulty.
Let's do the difficulty. So how much does it cost me?
So
Kind
that ability as standard.
I think off the top of my head, I think it's 4.
Let's have a look.
But
Can I give you one of short reach?
Turns tails. full object from metaphor is 4 points.
Yeah, so there's me 4.
Yep, to
There.
cast it.
If we use the dragonfly charm to share sense, would that give you extra points in your perception for your shots?
No, it allows you to do slightly different things.
See, I've got my glasses.
Which will give you a +1.
So that's +1.
So that brings it down to 12.
Yep.
You can spend the extra 3 there,
3 there.
to bring it down to a 9.
There's a 9.
Look at that little hamster bud.
I think that's all I can do. Look through ephemera. That's all to do with summoning, which this is not. None of those are going to help.
The sun won't help either because we're on indigo, which is truth.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't got anything else to help with it, so I need a 9. And we'll roll twice.
Actually,
One more drop,
make it
that's
8.
enough.
Okay.
Because it is true that there is always a bigger fish.
Two 9s.
Oh!
Past it.
That is a point of joy.
That's so cool. I now have 2.
What does this look like?
abstraction daggers though. Excellent.
So yeah, you see kind of Roland, almost like Roland sort of disappears into himself a little bit, and his features kind of change a little bit, almost to kind of like a nerdy guy from Maine, and he kind of like mumbles something under his breath with his eyes closed, and then as his eyes open, the kind of clouds in the sky kind of coalesce into.
Like Mufasa study.
Yeah, but it's like a giant kind of whale, like
Shark?
ridiculously whale.
You said shark.
You said
earlier.
shark.
I've changed my mind.
Damn it.
It's my magic spell. It will do what I want it to do. And it changes
Well,
into
shark.
this kind of like giant whale, and as we're kind of flying away, it kind of zooms overhead of us, and you can do the Free Willy thing if you want. And it kind of zooms overhead, and as all these kind of beach ball
Because
things.
Hawk's always about the Free Willy.
I don't have any trousers.
You do, you just don't have any underwear. You are going commando right now.
Oh, okay, that's fine. That's cool.
Anyway,
Partially free.
Spoiling my moment.
I'm sorry.
This kind of like, a whale of unimaginable size kind of like flies overhead and almost lazily opens its maw and just kind of goes humph, and all of these beach ball things are kind of consumed, and then as it continues on, it then dissipates back into cloud.
Hawk just goes,
And from somewhere you hear the voice of Alec Guinness go, "The Force will be with you always."
leave me hanging there. It's fine.
There we go.
Mic drop.
Pretty much quill drop. Yeah.
Astraios,